Obasanjo condemned the Buhari government, said Jesus would not be happy with current state. Nigeria ex-president Olusegun Obasanjo on Sunday said he wouldn't stay quiet regarding the nation's current state of Jesus in Nigeria at this time. Obasanjo stated this in a statement of peace at the Foursquare Gospel Church 64th Annual National Convention in Nigeria, held at the Lagos-Ibadan Express Church Campground in Ajebo, Ogun State. The convention also included an inauguration by Reverend Samuel Aboyeji, the church's new regional superintendent, who took over from Reverend Felix Medoye. Obasanjo, who announced that he attended the church convention for the first time after he was released from jail, said that the 64th convention was his fourth annual church program attendance. Reacting to the state of the nation, the former president indicated that the situation in Nigeria required the need for clerics to speak out. He urged Christians to be like Christ and as well as foster unity among themselves, saying that failure to do that might make them become prey to the enemies. He encouraged Christians to be like Christ and to promote unity among themselves, saying that failure to do so could make them vulnerable to their enemies. We have a lot to do in today's situation in this country, and don't take any risk about it. If we do not get together, as well as living together would be consumed, and we must not give up easily. He said, as Christians, as we are transformed into the image of Christ, or as little as Christ, we must be like God. That Jesus Christ wouldn't stay quiet if he was in Nigeria today. He would tell the truth. He said Jesus Christ wouldn't be scared and wouldn't be threatened. God's children, you must do what Jesus Christ would have done and said if he had been in Nigeria today. Nevertheless, Obasanjo ridiculed the presidency led under President Muhammadu Buhari on their slogan, Next Level, as he encouraged the new general overseer to take the church to a higher height. He threw banter and then said immediately, I don't mean to the next level. The slogan, Next Level, was made during Buhari's administration as their campaign motto ahead of the presidential election in 2019. Furthermore, Obasanjo applauded the church for the new leadership this election. He said Foursquare is one of the churches with little or no hostility choosing or nominating their members. So guys, Obasanjo has said, and has come again. He said he will not be quiet. He's not going to be disheartened. He's not going to be intimidated, and at the same time, he's encouraging the clerics, the pastors, all of those people that they should continue to speak. That if Jesus was to be in Nigeria at this period in time, would he have kept quiet? That the same thing, if really they are emulating Jesus, if they are disciples of Jesus, that they shouldn't be scared, they shouldn't be intimidated, because if they are quiet and they don't speak power to the truth to the power, that they will be vulnerable or even to the enemies. It will affect everybody. At least in a nutshell, it will affect everybody. Of course, we have seen most of these pastors, they try to align themselves with politicians. Politicians do go to their place to pray and all of that. And people have been questioning them. While these people are coming to you, and you know what has been on ground, what people have been complaining, the same your church member people, the same people around you, even you yourself, you know what is happening. They don't need to be told. When these guys come, they don't tell them anything. Instead, they will give them front seat. I think Peter Obi made mention of that the pastors or the imams or all these pastors, they are the one encouraging all these corrupt leaders that he himself has experienced such thing, that they will put them on front seat. They won't tell them anything. That even people will come even because of what they want to get from them. He was just talking generally again, but he made mention of most of all these corrupt leaders, alleged corrupt leaders. They go to the churches of all these pastors. They will give them front seats. They will not tell them anything. They will be saying, oh, your excellency, your excellency. But within them, they know that things are not going right. These things are not, going well. They are hearing a lot of things, but they will not even be able to tell them. In as much, these people will come and meet you. Because when it's election time, or They just want to be associated with all these politicians. You see all these politicians going to all those churches. It's an avenue for you to be able to tell them the truth. But no, they will not tell them the truth, because majority of them, might not be all, but majority of them, if majority of people are doing something, definitely it will be categorized as everybody. And when few people are doing the right thing, the effect will not be seen, and it will not be known or shown to everyone. So the most important thing is that everybody needs to come together and do the right thing. So just like Peter Obi was saying, that they will give them front seat, they will give them this kind of recognition. And even people also are part of the problems in this country. What they always do, they will know that a governor is not doing well. They will see him. Oh, they will sing his praises to high heavens, because they are saying the person, oh, governor, you are doing well. It is during your time, this and this and this and that. But they themselves know quite all right that, there are some areas that they have not done well. But maybe because they want to get something from them. And that's where you see them praising them to high heavens, just to get favor. And that's how Obasanjo is telling them, you have to speak truth to the power. But they will tell you, oh, this and that, it is not their calling. But these guys will come to your place. Most of them still give them money. Majority of them, they give them money, and they will be quiet. They will be quiet. They won't say anything. So I think this, from what Obasanjo is just saying, just advising them to be able to say the truth, that as far as himself is concerned, that he's not going to be quiet, he's not going to be intimidated, and all of that. And somebody was like, where has he been all this while that things have been happening? Of course he has been speaking, but at least apart from the letter he used to write, for some time we've not been hearing about him. But with this program that he attended in Foursquare Church, he was able to made his voice heard again or known, advising the clerics to do the needful. But if they are going to do the right thing, good and fine. But are they supposed to be preached to? But because of most of them, because of fear, or because of what they get, or because of ignorance, they don't even want to say the right thing. But these people will come to them, these politicians will come to them. They will open their arms. They will be praising them. They will say, you are this, you are that. So it's not left for everybody to do the needful. If we don't do the needful, things will continue to get deteriorated. Someone say, Baba, because Baba refused to sign oil block license renewal, he turned into a bad president. Just wait, we shall take over all operations feed the nation farms back all over the country. All the federal government funds used to pay staff of Bell University will also be retrieved. That's what somebody is talking about here. Somebody is saying Obasanjo is paying his heart because Buhari has refused to sign oil block license renewal for him. So that's why Obasanjo is crying here and there. Do you believe that? That is somebody's opinion. Someone say, Jesus, which Jesus are you talking about? Are you not the first people who destroy our country? What Jesus will do for you, people, you will see. Now, Buhari will leave Lagos Ibadan Railway, Expressway, Second Niger Bridge, Warri Jakuta Railway, and some other legacy projects completed in his tenure. Baba Yabo can only be remembered for third term and high-profile assassination like the gruesome murder of Bola Ige. Leave PMB alone to do his 8 years before we compare both of you. That was somebody saying that Buhari is leaving legacy of uh Ibadan Railway, Expressway, Second Niger Bridge, Warri Ajaokuta, all the good things that Buhari has done. Those are the legacies going to be remembered for. But unlike Obasanjo, everybody is always talking about his third term. So do you really believe that it's only third term that Obasanjo can be remembered for? Good and fine. We are all Nigerians. We are seeing things that are happening. So somebody says, let's Buhari finishes his 8 years, then we will know how to compare both of them. But some people are of the opinion that because Buhari has already blocked all these oil blocks, so that's why a lot of them are crying. So Nigerians, what about Nigerians that are crying? Oh, because they are corrupt too, and because they are not getting free money, because that is the slogan of all these APC supporters. Good and fine, let them continue. Someone say, Baba, why speaking from both sides of the mouth? You said Buhari is better than Jonathan, and because of that, you tore your PDP membership. So which one are you saying now? Baba, respect yourself. Someone says, stop talking about Jesus. You don't honor him. You made a vow to him, but locally, and broke it publicly. You said if you supported Atiku, even God will not forgive you. And later you went and supported him again. So where do you belong? What with the wickedness you heaped upon your wife and her children? Call Buhari anything, he stands heads and shoulders taller than you, not just physically but in all positive human endeavors. That's what somebody is saying, that Buhari is better off compared to Obasanjo, that Obasanjo cannot stand Buhari. That is somebody's opinion. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this, that people should continue to speak to the power, and he himself is not going to be quiet. But some people are like, Obasanjo should go and sit down. Do you think that he does not have the moral justification to say anything in this country anymore? Just as some people have really condemned him. Leave your comments below. Thank you very much. Bye.